This is an example on indices. I want you to pause the video now and work it out. Good. You've paused the video and you worked it out. Let's go through it together. Part A says you must simplify x raised to the power of a half, that is raised to the power of 3, and multiplied by the square root of x to the 9. Now you will have to remember your rules and so on and properties of indices. Now we have x to the half raised to the 3 means the same as x raised to the powers half times 3, right? Remember that? Multiplied by, now this we can write as x raised to a power. The square root of x to the 9 means the same as x to the 9th, and that is raised to the power of a half. Remember that. It's a square root. The square root of a number is the same as number raised to the half. The cube root of a number is the same as one number raised as the number raised to the 1/3, and so on and so forth. So here now we have x to the half multiplied by 3 is going to be x raised to the half times 3, which is 3 halves, 3 over 2, multiplied by x raised to the 9 times half means the same as 9 halves. 9 divided by 2, alright? So you see that. Now, what we have is a situation where we have two things multiply here. We have the base of the indices is the same, it's x raised to the different powers, and they multiply. So what we have then is x raised to the power of, you're supposed to add the indices, 3 halves plus 9 halves. Alright? So this gives you x raised to the, if you have 3 of anything plus 9 of that same thing, then what you get is 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of that thing, 12 halves. 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 12 halves, which is 12 divided by 2. So you see that. Now, this can be written as x raised to the power of 12 divided by 2, which is 6. It's x to the 6. Okay? So, that's what you get for that. Let's look back at the question and see what else they want us to do. You must find the value of y to the power of 6 when y is equal to 16 to the negative 1. Alright, we're going to need some space while we're seeing this. We've basically completed part A, and part B doesn't seem to depend on it. Well, let's write x to the power of 6 up here as the answer. The answer here was x to the power of 6. Now let's go to part B of the question. Alright, let's just do some erasing. We've completed this part. Let's erase some of this that we have here. Alright, nice. Now, this is part B. Let's work it out. find the value of y to the 6th when y is equal to 16 to the negative half. So if you have y to the 6th, y is equal to 16, to the negative 1, not to the negative half. If you have this raised to the power of 6, it means this is also raised to the power of 6. Alright? So therefore, y to the power of 6 is equal to 16 to the negative 1 to the power of 6. So you see that? Then y to the 6th is equal to, remember, when you have a number raised to a power, and then that, all of that is raised to another power, you multiply the powers. 16 to the negative 1 times 6. So y to the power of 6 is equal to 16 to the power of negative 6. But I guess they want us to write it in terms of fractions and so on and so forth. So y raised to the power of 6 is equal to, so you look at 16 raised to the power of negative 6. It is 1 divided by 16 raised to the power of 6. You could work it out and get the numbers in your calculator, but 16 to the 6 would be a very large number, and then 1 divided by that would be a very small number. But this actually shows the answer.